And Minnesotans will no longer see what some are calling junk fees starting at the top of the new year. Governor Tim Walz signing it into law earlier this year, banning any hidden fees for goods and services that were not accounted for up front.
And some in the hospitality industry say this mandate is oversimplified. Fox 9's So-Young Kim joins us live in Minneapolis tonight. And So-Young, what should consumers expect from this?
Basically, starting next week, there should be no more surprises at checkout. That one price consumers are shown should be the price they're expected to pay. Starting on January 1st, when customers check out in Minnesota, the final price tag of your transaction must match what you saw displayed for the good or service. One place you might notice a difference are at restaurants. We spoke with a restaurant owner in Minnetonka who says while he will not need to make any changes come next week, he understands the tough decisions some businesses are being faced with.
It's really expensive to operate a restaurant.
The so-called junk fees bill was signed into law by Governor Tim Walz earlier this year. And supporters of it say it creates greater transparency and removes surprises when customers go to pay. Advocates for the hospitality industry like Angie Whitcomb, president and CEO for Hospitality Minnesota, says operating models are too diverse to mandate one sweeping change.
Private clubs operate differently than catering companies that operate differently than the restaurants.
And says they don't agree with this new law.
Service fees are not junk. These service fees are dedicated funds that go directly to the employees. And by disclosing these fees on a menu rather than rolling them up into an inflated item price, we have greater transparency.
For services determined by consumer selection or preference or related to distance or time, those factors must be clearly disclosed. Businesses regulated by the Metropolitan Airports Commission have until June 1st of next year to comply.
It'll be interesting to see.
Sales tax is separate from this mandate, and transactions related to cars, utilities, and real estate are exempt. Live in St. Paul tonight, So-Young Kim, Fox 9.